Tottenham are willing to activate £60 million release clause for world-class player. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. The transfer market is really heating up. But before we get into it, have you subscribed yet? Click that button and join the Tottenham family for all the latest updates. According to a recent report, the North Londoners are now considering activating a release clause for a highly rated player. Ange Postecoglou has already added Timo Werner and Archie Gray to his ranks this summer, but targets are still being identified. The Tottenham boss will be keeping a close eye on all of the proceedings at Euro 2024 as he looks to bolster his ranks ahead of a congested fixture list with Europa League football on the horizon. With that said, Postecoglou is interested in a playmaker at the Euros in Germany, and it's understood that the club are willing to meet his lofty release clause. Tottenham willing to activate Eberechi Eze £60 million release clause. Spurs have been linked with a move for England and Crystal Palace attacker Eberechi Eze in recent weeks. The 25-year-old's impressive cameos with the Three Lions have clearly intensified their interest as they are now willing to activate his £60 million release clause, according to The Sun. Though, they aren't alone in the race for his signature, as Manchester City are also prepared to stump up the cash and bring him to the Etihad Stadium. At this stage, neither club have made an official approach, but talks will likely accelerate after the European Championships. Eze, who has been labelled as world-class by Joe Cole on Channel 4, netted 11 times whilst laying on 6 assists across all competitions last season, operating at left wing and as a number 10. His FBref statistics make for very impressive reading as he ranks in the top 9% for successful take-ons per 90 compared to his positional peers across Europe. Further, the former QPR man also sits in the top 19% for shot-creating actions, amplifying his elite playmaking abilities. If Tottenham do land his signature ahead of Manchester City, it would be regarded as a real coup. Teddy Sheringham names the striker he would love to see Spurs sign. Former Spurs and Manchester United striker, Teddy Sheringham has become the latest pundit to implore Tottenham to go after Brentford's Ivan Toney this summer. Toney's future is yet to be decided. Teddy Sheringham has become the next former Spurs star to suggest that Ivan Toney would be a great summer signing for Tottenham. Louis Saha told Gambling Zone a matter of days ago that Toney to Tottenham makes perfect sense, encouraging the club to chase the Englishman who netted 20 goals in the Premier League back in 2022-23. Toney made it clear in an interview with TNT Sports that he desires a move to a top club with his current manager Thomas Frank, even admitting it's no secret that there's lots of rumours about Ivan, if he is leaving, and I'd still like to keep him. Toney, he's a top player. This time we are prepared and brought in Igor Thiago. Sheringham suggests Toney is exactly what Spurs need. Teddy Sheringham, who played 268 games for Tottenham, recording 117 goals in that time, has been speaking to Online Poker about what Postecoglou's Spurs need to progress next season. Sheringham said, "I'd love to see Spurs make a move for Ivan Toney. They still haven't replaced Harry Kane in my opinion. Heung-Min Son is a good player, but he isn't a striker. They need leaders in that team who can pick others up when the going gets tough. Toney would be a great acquisition, especially after that performance against Slovakia for England. He came on and led the line and got them back into the game. He's a proper old-fashioned centre-forward that can score a goal and bring other players into the game. And he looks like just what Spurs need after losing Kane." Sky Sports reported in early July that it's believed Brentford will demand around £60 million for Toney, which will slightly supersede what Tottenham paid for Richarlison 2 years ago. However, the 28-year-old's contract with the Bees expires in a year and could lead to a cheaper price towards the end of the window. As Sheringham concluded, Toney is an old-fashioned striker that in my opinion would offer a lot of what Tottenham have been missing last season. Son being shoehorned into the striker position only hampered the team and the club can't solely rely on Richarlison. The asking price of £60 million is also likely a little over Toney's current value. When you consider the player's age and dwindling contract, it may be a deal that Spurs decide to hold their nerve over in hopes of a discounted deal towards the end of the window. As mentioned before, however, Ange would need to be completely convinced that the striker wants to be at Spurs, with his comments over leaving Brentford previously causing controversy, and not being aligned with Postecoglou's philosophy so far of having a squad of committed players with immaculate attitude. Alistair Gold shares what he knows about Tottenham's links with Juventus star. Tottenham have been eager to bolster their attacking options in the current transfer window. However, it seems that Spurs are unlikely to pursue Juventus winger Federico Chiesa, despite his availability at a bargain price this summer. Renowned journalist Alistair Gold recently mentioned on the Golden Guest Talk Tottenham podcast that sources within the club have downplayed any interest in the Italian star, who is reportedly available for just £17 million. The 26-year-old forward has entered the final year of his contract with Juventus, which is set to expire next June. Known for his speed, skill and versatility on both wings, Chiesa has been a standout performer for the Bianconeri. In the 2021-22 season, Chiesa's momentum was disrupted by an anterior cruciate ligament injury, sidelining him for 7 months. Despite this setback, he made a strong comeback, scoring 9 goals and providing 3 assists in 33 Serie A appearances last season. Internationally, Chiesa has shined as well, playing a pivotal role in Italy's Euro 2020 victory and earning a spot in the team of the tournament. Despite Chiesa's impressive credentials and the relatively low transfer fee, Tottenham appears to have ruled out a move for him. Gold highlighted that inquiries about Chiesa yielded negative responses from multiple Spurs sources, indicating that the club is not looking to sign the Juventus winger at this time. Gold stated, "It's one of those where you see the price and you're like, ooh. I asked about Chiesa a few days back around various people, and everything coming back was no. I should stress that was a few days ago. While Federico Chiesa would undoubtedly add quality and depth to the team, it appears that a transfer to North London is not currently in the cards for the Italian international. Tottenham's focus seems to be elsewhere as they continue to explore few other options to strengthen their squad for the upcoming Premier League campaign. Last season, Højbjerg made just 8 Premier League starts out of 36 appearances, leading the 28-year-old to look for more consistent playing opportunities elsewhere. With his contract set to expire in June next year, the Lily-Whites are open to selling him for around £18 million, his current market value. Joining Atletico Madrid would offer Højbjerg a fresh start and regular game time to play a key role in a top-level team. For Tottenham, this transfer is an opportunity to reshape their midfield and raise some funds for new signings that better align with Postecoglou's vision for the future. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.